live from the WXLT studios in Roanoke. This is Newswatch, early morning edition, Sunday. Dun 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 dun. Hi and good morning. It is 7 a.m. on your Sunday. Thank you so much for choosing Newswatch Early Morning Edition. I'm Larry Michaud reporting. A Roanoke County man is facing misdemeanor charges after filing a false police report of stalking. Normally, we would toss to our criminal reporter, but due to some technical difficulties, we cannot do that, so I have to give the report. The suspect is being held in the Roanoke County Jail without bond after stalking former Newswatch anchor Gary. The trial is going to be set on Judge Judy. A tornado has in Virginia County, but we don't have the EF rating as of yet. Tuned for more. And on you things news that is for getting a news. In the meantime, we're actually using 4Z that as we continue to prepare. I'll show y'all as we continue to prepare for our state-of-the-art news set, which will launch December. And you will see the new podcast. Oh, thank you. You will see the new casted our temporary 540 set. Moving on to of the morning, an unattended cigarette may be to blame for a deadly fire in Roanoke County. According to the Roanoke County Fire and EMS, it happened just after 3 o'clock yesterday morning when they found two victims dead at the scene. The Roanoke County Fire. The statewide Amber Alert in Maine has a happy ending. The 3-year-old little girl has been returned to her parents following a check at their local hospital. Well, and we do want to pass on some sad news. Legendary Baseball Hall of Famer Ron Hodges has died, according to WDBJ in Roanoke. Here at Newswatch, we always say when someone famous dies, our thoughts and prayers go out to his family and friends. On to other news now. We are having some technical difficulties, so please bear with us for a few minutes. A recall of vacuum cleaners now. Shark is recalling 500 of their Navigator cleaners because the cords can catch on fire. The models were made between 2010 and 2015. You are asked to throw it away, but as a precaution, cut the cord off of it, because some people do take them off the side of the road. And I'm guilty of that. Anyway, on to other news of the morning. Roanoke City authorities are investigating a shooting that happened in the ghetto. According to Roanoke City Policia, the shooting happened right after, just before 4 a.m. this morning. So far, no word of the victim's injuries. They are still investigating what happened. And we, of course, don't know if the two knew each other. Let's take a quick look at our current map positions at this juncture. It is going to be 52 degrees today, partially sunny, with a low of 49. And your traffic watch forecast calls for, if you're a pedestrian, prepare, because if you're walking down Grandin Road, you might have a car cut you off. And speaking of cars, excuse me, that's going in the news blooper reel. Speaking of cars cutting pedestrians off, I'm going to go ahead and do this little edit as I keep burping. I'm going to go and do this little editorial real quick because it is something that has been going on since 2014 that involves me. I walk everywhere, and apparently Roanoke City drivers don't get it. Because anytime I try to cross the road, and I always say this statement, I can never walk these streets because of the cars. Because they cut you off, and if you say something to them, they cuss you out. And it's like, you shouldn't get up in the way in the first place. Nobody has time for that. Do drivers really think that we journalists have anything to do with, as far as like arguing with them? It's like, Jesus Christ, get a grip, Roanoke, Virginia drivers. I got better things to do. You should just wait for me to cross the road before you proceed wherever you're going. For this week's editorial, I'm Larry Michaud for Newswatch, and we'll be back in just a moment. Da 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 da. You are watching Newswatch Early Morning Edition with Larry Michaud. Dun 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 dun. Newswatch Early Morning Edition continues. Good morning and welcome back. It is 6:15 and it is 49 degrees. I'm Larry Michaud reporting for Newswatch. Well, it is November, and for those who probably ate a little too much, in this week's Health Watch, I'm taking a look at Thanksgiving and heart attacks. Heart attacks can occur if you eat way too much sodium. Experts say to cut back on that or make your stuff from scratch. With this week's Healthy for Life, Larry Michaud, Newswatch. And I'll have a final check of your forecast in just a moment. Da 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 da. 52 degrees this morning with a low of 49, and it's supposed to be partially sunny. And that's Newswatch Early Morning Edition. Thank you for joining us. We'll be on Fox in just 2 minutes. Coming up, or rather, another video, which, by the way, ain't really Fox. I'm just going to title it that. We'll be looking at this week's movie reviews, plus a little shout out to one of my dear friends. That's coming up in 2 minutes. Have a great morning, and I hope your tomorrow is just as nice as you want it to be. Da 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 da. Da, da. This is a production of Larry Michaud Broadcasting, copyright 2023.